Feeling unprepared can be a major source of anxiety for any teacher. Kids are entering the classroom, and this guy doesn't think he put nearly enough work into his kids' discussion materials. But in spite of everything, it looks like it's going pretty darn well. Kids are looking at whoever is speaking and nodding. Basically, all of them spoke unprompted, and many of them actually have strong opinions. At this point, teacher feels a pretty common temptation. The temptation of allowing himself to believe that lots of learning is happening. But that's when his conscience kicks in and starts whispering some unwelcome questions like, do you know everyone is listening? How do you know they're thinking deeply? Are you sure this discussion improved their thinking? The reality of the situation is that this hastily planned discussion probably wasn't time well spent for his students. Sure, kids shared ideas, but they were previously held opinions that they didn't need to critically examine or support. And those looks of thoughtful engagement? Well, that was students demonstrating an important social skill they learned called being polite. The point is that talking alone doesn't add up to learning. We think teacher was right to feel unprepared, because a valuable discussion takes careful planning and skillful execution. But the effort is worth it. The value of discussion-based learning can be boiled down to a specific insight. Given an appropriately rigorous prompt, your students will be able to get a partially correct answer on their own, but will need a bit of help to get all the way there. Some of them, given the right discussion question, will be able to arrive at a new and valuable perspective with just a bit of prompting. Other kids will need more evidence or insights to improve or justify their thinking, and listening to their peers could give them just that. And still other students will benefit from hearing their peers articulate fully formed ideas out loud. It will serve as a model for the kind of thinking you ultimately want them to be able to do independently. Such a conversation lasts only as long as it needs to. It makes their work better, and more it's the kids who are the ones doing the heavy lifting. They'll learn to push back on answers that were good but a bit off topic, to prompt each other to correct mistakes, and to consistently encourage their peers to reference a source. A well-moderated discussion around an appropriately rigorous topic with adequate intellectual preparation can be all of these things for your students. In our next mini, we'll show you how to plan and execute an effective in-class discussion.